How do you establish custody if you're not married to the other party? You can establish custody by two ways. The first way is by a paternity action. The second way is by filing an allocation for parental responsibilities. I typically utilize the second feature more often, the allocation of parental responsibilities proceeding. That can actually be filed before the child's even born. So I do have prospective moms or dads come in and talk to me before the child is even born about establishing parental rights, because they want to be there. They want to be there for the birth of the child if they're the dad, or if they're the mom, they want to clearly define what rights the father is going to have. So that action is filed in the district court where you reside, and it is filed by a petition. So you can either do a petition to establish paternity or a petition for allocation of parental responsibilities. In either proceeding, either party does have the right to ask for a paternity test. That asking for a paternity test doesn't give you any less of a rights or isn't a negative in your case. Sometimes you're pretty confident that you know who the other parent is, but you just want to make sure. So you do have the right to ask for a paternity test. You file your petition, and then you need to make sure that the other party is served or waives and accepts service of the proceeding for due process reasons. And then the court will establish an initial status conference where both parties will be expected to come in and meet with the court personnel, either a family court facilitator or a magistrate judge, to discuss the proceeding. You will be expected to exchange financial information so that child support can be established. So you will need to do a sworn financial statement, and you will have to provide basic information such as your pay stubs, your tax returns, and that type of thing. And that is for the purpose of running child support worksheets. You will also be asked to do a parenting class. The purpose of the parenting class is to educate the parties as to how to handle co-parenting a child together, what do they need to do moving forward, and people find this class to be very helpful. It really talks about how you're going to make decisions, how you're going to effectively co-parent, what is in the best interest of the child moving forward. One of these proceedings does not have to be contentious. It does not have to be adversarial. It might just be a situation where you want to get your parental rights and decision-making solidified so everybody knows what to expect. Because if both parents are on the birth certificate and there are no custody orders in place, there's really no protection. You don't have any protection if one of the parents has the child and refuses to return the child to the other parent. What are you going to do? Likely law enforcement is going to tell you it's a civil matter, go talk to a lawyer. So it just clearly defines what parenting time is going to look like, what decision making is going to look like, and it's going to establish child support for the child. Child support is based upon the number of overnights that each parent has with the child and also the gross income of the parties. Other factors come into play. For example, work-related daycare is something that could be factored in on the child support worksheet. Also, the cost of health insurance can be factored on the worksheet. Also, and as part of the orders for parental responsibilities, you can decide who is going to be entitled to claim the income tax dependency exemption for the child. That's pretty important. That involves a pretty large tax benefit, so that needs to be clearly defined. And then you can also talk about what parenting time is going to look like, and so everybody knows what's expected of them. They know when they're going to have the child, they know when the parenting time exchanges are going to occur, they know how they're going to occur, they know who's going to have Christmas, who's going to have Thanksgiving, that your rights are defined, and so you know what to expect moving forward. Once you file your petition and exchange your financial disclosures, you will be ordered to do mediation, and most likely your case will get resolved in mediation if both parents think about the best interests of the child and what is best for the child moving forward. If you were able to resolve your case in mediation, you can file a parenting plan with the court, and there will be no need for a contested hearing. So come and talk to me, and I can help guide you through the process. This is one of the most important things you're going to do because being a parent is one of the most important roles that you can play.